The Supreme Court of India currently has 6 vacancies out of the sanctioned strength of 34. Since D.Y. Chandrachud took over as the Chief Justice of India, there are only 28 judges working in the apex court. The Supreme Court of India has over 69,000 cases pending. In fact, for the first time in 2022, the number of pending cases fell below 70,000 in October. As the number of cases keeps piling up, the more overwhelmed the apex court gets, and it becomes more and more vital to appoint more judges. However, the current process of appointing judges, known as the collegium system, has been the subject to a lot of backlash, especially by Kiran Rijiju, the Union Law Minister of India.
Collegium system is a system in which the judges sit as a team to select some new judge or add a new member to the fraternity of judges, and it has been continuing since 1991. If you strictly go by the constitution, there is no such provision of collegium as it is working today, but it got evolved by a process of judicial activism.
The collegium system is a group of 4 senior-most Supreme Court judges led by the Chief Justice of India that decides on the appointments of advocates to the higher judiciary and the transfer of judges. However, the centre has alleged that the collegium system is too opaque and recently returned 20 files of names recommended by the Supreme Court Collegium for appointment as High Court judges, 9 of which were reiterations.
The basic issue of the difference of opinion between the Supreme Court and the government has been widened in nowadays on the issue of the recommendation of the judges by the Supreme Court, which the government does not seems appropriate that their appointment should be made in the interest of the general public. The government is bound to recommend the name of those judges, but the government is adamant not to proceed with the names of those judges, as the government feels that the National Judicial Accountability Bill, which has been set aside by the Supreme Court, was not appropriate.
There are currently 5 crore cases pending in courts all across India and a concerning number of vacancies. As of 1st November 2022, out of the sanctioned strength of 1108 judges, there are 335 vacancies yet to be filled. The Supreme Court is in crisis, and the growing rift between the centre and the Supreme Court isn't helping at all. A bench in the Supreme Court has questioned whether the centre's refusal to act on the files is due to the court's refusal to implement the National Judicial Appointment Commission in 2015 that would have allowed the centre to have a say in the appointment of judges as well. Now, the question is whether the Supreme Court and the centre will be able to keep aside their differences to appoint more judges. For Chitkara News, with camera person Shifali, I am Prateek.